Cancer, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy birthday, Cancer. We are wrapping up Cancer season this week. I hope you've had a fabulous month. I hope you have felt loved, celebrated, and blessed in all the fabulous ways. Yeah, it's been a pretty good Cancer season. You know, I think we definitely needed this lightening of the energy. It's been a lot of up and down, back and forth. There's so much changing, etc. And even though there still is a lot going on astrologically, we're seeing Saturn go into retrograde beginning of this week. Mercury is going to follow end of the week. So we have 4 planets in retrograde once that's all said and done with. And retrogrades really slow things down. They really kind of help us take a beat. Not the easiest message right now because we've kind of been in this theme of patience, patience, patience. And it can also seem like things are not happening at all, or we keep putting in this effort and things keep falling flat. But it's not necessarily the reality. There is value in continual practical effort and growth. Saturn in retrograde really honors and rewards that value of hard work. Saturn and Neptune are also on top of each other in Aries. And so they're encouraging us to really trust your instincts, trust what your intuition is showing you, telling you, especially around things that don't feel quite right, that you might be getting some red flags or something just feels off. You know, definitely listen to your instincts, your senses around those situations, people, dynamics. That's why I like to start our readings off with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, Cancer, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really good way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're just looking for more of that realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're aligned in self, when we're honoring ourselves, listening to ourselves, knowing what we want, what we need, that's really the platform that we're manifesting happiness, abundance, fulfillment. And we all totally deserve that. I would love to help support that for you in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it, Cancer. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it, from our being, so that we see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Cancer, I'm hearing this like you're just trying to get caught up this week. I don't know if it's just this week or in general, like you're feeling a little bit behind the gun on something. Maybe, you know, it's your birthday season. Maybe you've been relaxing, enjoying life a little bit more, and now it's time to that quote unquote back to work, kind of replenishing the resources, so to speak. Yeah, 100%. Cultivating strength is in your overarching energy this week. So I feel like you kind of needed a break is what I'm hearing. I feel like there's been some stuff that's been going on that's been challenging you. It's really challenging, like, what you want to do next, what your next steps are. So we get waxing crescent and Mercury. So it looks like you're kind of building up towards something this week. Like I feel like you're growing or you're gaining in your courage. You're preparing to do something. And so you're trying to kind of like either prep yourself or like pump yourself up a little bit. You know, you don't want to go too far one way or the other. And honestly, like it's showing that you just showing up as yourself is the best thing you can do for this situation. Honestly, it also feels like maybe you're more afraid of it than what you need to be. Mercury is in, it's going into retrograde. So you could be reconnecting with something from the past, something that once was good, but it looks like it kind of went south, or something happened where you had to disconnect from it, etc. And so now you're in this place of maybe trying to reconnect with that thing is how it looks. I don't know, your intuition, like you're a little bit hesitant about things because I feel like maybe you originally listened to what you thought was your intuition, and it kind of feels like something didn't really work out how you had expected it to. Again, because it feels like it went south, or you're trying to reclaim something this week. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, reconnecting with some type of collaboration. Queen of Swords, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you're trying to be like, I don't know. Okay, let's see who and what this is. Someone is coming towards you like with a really solid offer, or like King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who wants to bring you in on something. But your energy showing up, you're a little conflicted about this. You're conflicted about this because it looks like something in the past, like I said, something in the past didn't really work out. And for you, it was like present day, it feels like whatever that was kind of hard to get over because you were happy, you were doing well, blah, blah, blah. And maybe they even showed or represented themselves as being on the same page, agreeing with you, whatever. And then it kind of fell flat, right? I think whatever this conversation is coming in, even though Mercury has been tensely aspected to Black Moon Lilith, meaning it's easy to kind of like pick up if people are lying or hiding or whatever. There's also, Mercury's harmoniously aspected to Venus. So basically highlighting that like when we are communicating from the heart, it really actually does go a long way. Even if it's not something we're trying to repair, or there's a difference of opinion, places where there are conflict. Because here's the thing, you're like being as diplomatic as possible. And I like tip my hat to you, Cancer, like hats off to you, seriously, because you are water energy. This is something that like is not easy for you. It is conflicting for you, and you've tried to give someone the benefit of the doubt. It looks like this conversation is really going to change perspective. I think it's going to actually kind of change their expectations, like what they're kind of hoping to get out of you or out of the conversation. I like that though. Here's the thing. I don't know. It feels like this person was on the defensive for some reason. They were holding you at arm's length, or something happened. Like I said, that like they were selling, they weren't really presenting a true picture of whatever was going on for them. But like I said, it kind of looks like they're opening up a little bit more to you. Maybe you get some clarity. It's what you want. It's what you want. But I also think it's the honesty, it's the reality of the situation, so it might not be 100% what you want to hear. However, we have Three of Cups, Six of Cups, so like you're recognizing whatever they're willing to kind of go out of their way to give you and appreciating that, right? Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups. Yeah, like, I mean, I think it's letting bygones be bygones. That's kind of been an energy that's showing up a lot in our weekly readings, where it's like things are closing out. Right now, Pluto is in retrograde. So it again is highlighting all those situations in our life that we are going through changes, right? Or where change needs to happen. We're getting a lot of red blinking lights in these dynamics. And here's the thing, I feel like whatever this was, the air didn't get cleared. There's still some stuff that's left up in the ethers. I don't know, like it's still left to be discussed. It's still left to be hashed out. Aries had a really similar energy. It looks like this person's situation is coming to you to talk about it. Or, I mean, now that I'm seeing this, I'm almost hearing it's like they're going to try to get their foot in the door first. Because they want you to understand. They don't want to scare you away. And I feel like maybe they kind of did scare you away, or you're a little hesitant because your energy's like, I'm glad that they came and talked to me, but what the fuck, you're still like, what is going on? There still is this lack of answers. It does look like maybe you're not going to get them right off the bat, but whatever you're kind of intuiting, whatever your intuition is picking up is telling you exactly what you need to know. Actions lead to success. And this feels like one of the first actions, right, Cancer? So again, I don't see you like overly investing in this one way or another, because it is a situation that you have to find a little, like, strengthen yourself around, whether it's your mental, whether it's your emotional, or even your physical, right? Like build up your endurance to whatever capacity that means for you, so that it's, get out of your head. Sometimes things are not what they seem. We have 37, which breaks down to 10. I'm hearing this is like sometimes we just have to wait. Sometimes we have to wait on information and clarity. And I think you get a little bit of that. It might not be a lot, but it's something. Yeah, it's an opportunity. The woodpecker knocking at your door. Someone's knocking at your door again. And, here's the thing. It feels a little long overdue. It feels like you're on the fence about this because it is something that you want, but there still are some holes in the story, or there still are some things that like are kind of left up in the air that you're not really sure about. It does look like you're making peace with it. It does look like you're not trying to control the situation. And here's the thing, whatever you're dealing with, they get some clarity around this as well. What is this, Hanged Man? This is something like, this might have just been a huge miscommunication, misinterpretation. Yeah. Someone's seeing something from a completely different lens, but a lens of like how they should have seen it to begin with is what I'm seeing. Like this, the way that you're showing up to them, the way that you are like honoring them and respecting them in this whole dynamic, it's like, wow, well, that's really who Cancer is. And I wish I would have seen that before, because then some of this messiness wouldn't have even happened. So I like the energy. I like the vibe. I like where it's headed. It does look like whatever you're dealing with is understanding, having some level of humility, even if they aren't coming out and owning up to it right off the bat. You get some type of confirmation, but again, not right off the bat. You might have to wait a little bit, but that's really where I see you stepping up and honoring yourself. Even if you don't get like, you're awesome, congratulations, I love you, you're the best. Like, even if you don't get someone puffing up your ego, it's like you still have the satisfaction, the gratification within yourself. And that's actually what allows you to strengthen. So I hope this helped, Cancer. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the reading and found messages that resonated for you here. I would definitely drop comments below if it did resonate. I would love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.